Well, good day to you. This is a training video for St. Peter's Church conducting a survey. The survey this year is I would consider Christianity if, and there's a whole load of questions that people can tick. They can tick one, they can tick more than one, and there's space for them to put their comments and their contact details. So you might firstly ask, if we're going out into the streets to conduct a survey, why are we doing this? And that's a good place to start. There's a number of reasons. Firstly, we want to engage with our community. Secondly, we want to invite people to the summer series. Thirdly, we want to gather contact details like emails, addresses, where they live, etc. And obviously their phone number. Ultimately, we want people to hear the gospel. So as we invite them to the summer series, that's the place where they're going to hear the gospel. I love this from Colossians 4 verse 2 to 6. Devote yourselves to prayer, being watchful and thankful, and pray for us too, that God may open a door for our message, so that we may proclaim the mystery of Christ, for which I'm in chains. Pray that I may proclaim it clearly as I should. Be wise in the way you act towards outsiders. Make the most of every opportunity. Let your conversations be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone. So we really want to be prayerful. We want to be watchful and thankful as we go about conducting this survey. A few do's and don'ts. Firstly, the do's. Do be polite and friendly. Be yourself. When you're in the street and you say good morning to someone or good evening, it's the same thing basically. Explain briefly what we're doing and why. So, good evening, good morning. We're doing a survey for our church. Would you mind answering a few questions? We're going to turn this into a sermon series. Give people time to read the survey if they want. They may not take the survey clipboard. Then it's appropriate for you to read out their options. You can offer to fill the form in for them if they don't take it. Use body language to guide you here. You want to be showing them the clipboard so they can actually read it, and it's up to them whether or not they take the pen. We will have some wipes with us so that if people use a pen, it's COVID friendly. Ask them for their contact details for future events. As you see them filling it in, or as you're filling it in for them, you can just say something like, may we take your details so we can contact you for our summer series where some of these questions are going to be answered. And then thank people for their time. It's that simple, really. Here's a little video to show you what is a good survey. Let's just...
Action.
Sorry, can I ask you a few questions? We're busy with a survey.
Sure.
If you would consider Christianity, which one of these would you take?
What is this going to be for?
Well, we're actually creating a sermon series. And if you'd like to know about the answers to these, we would love your details. Would you be prepared to give us your details?
Yeah, why not?
Just give us your email and phone number. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Bye. Notice there how I was polite. I made eye contact. I put the clipboard towards the person and held out the pen for them. You may find your own way to do this. I'm not saying do it exactly the same as me. I explained in a very brief way what we were doing and why we were doing it, and then invited her to come and join and ask for her details. Moving on to the don'ts. Don't be pushy or too timid. People read voice and body language, so you want to be direct, you want to be open, you want to be smiling. You don't want to shove the clipboard into people's faces. If people are not keen, then just back off. I often find if people are walking, what's quite helpful is you walk up next to them and just engage a conversation with enough distance so that you're not being pushy. Also, don't be too timid. Don't avoid eye contact. Don't stand too far away. All these things signal that that person can easily say no. Don't disagree with people if they're hostile. Often you'll get people that will read those comments on the survey and they have something to say. Give them space to air what they believe. Don't correct them. Don't disagree with them. It's just not worth it. Even if they are anti-Christianity and they want to give us their details, that's absolutely fine. Don't ignore their questions if they do want to engage. Some people, I've often had very good conversations over a survey. Take your time. And if people want to tell you a story about why they don't go to church or why they don't believe in God, or they ask you direct questions about God, do your best to answer them. If you don't know, that's okay. Don't make stuff up. Just say, look, I don't know. Don't leave without inviting them to our summer series, which starts in January the 16th and runs for 4 weeks, where we will look at 4 of the most popular topics that are ticked in this survey. Here's an example of not what to do.
Action.
Hi, excuse me. Hi, can I ask you a quick couple of questions? We're doing a survey.
Yeah.
If you would consider Christianity, if you could explain, well, read those and tick one of them. What is this for? It's for our church. Okay. Can you hurry up, please? I haven't got all day. Oh, give it to me.
That was easy.
Notice there how I was pushy. I stood too far away. I didn't really explain what the survey was about or what the purpose was. And then I just got irritated and grabbed it off of him. A couple of things to remember. First, every no is closer to a yes. You'll get people that will say no, sorry, not interested. But you will get people that will be interested. And actually go in thinking that people will be prepared to answer. Second, just have fun and smile. Guys, this is just a really good way to get in the coalface of Christian ministry. And it's really important for us to see how our community feel and think about the Christian faith. And it is always very helpful in terms of navigating that difficult conversation over Christmas dinner, for example. So just enjoy it and have a bit of fun. Be relaxed as you can. Some of you may feel a little bit tense or unsure. It's perfectly normal. Once you've done 1 or 2, you'll be absolutely fine. And we're going to be in a group and we join every now and again and chat and move off again. And you'll see it's really quite fun. So do try to be relaxed about it. Also take your time. Take your time with explaining to people. Take your time if they want to answer questions or engage. You haven't got to do 100 surveys. So sometimes when you take your time, you actually build little relationships with people, and that gives them more reason to actually come along to the summer survey, or rather the summer series when we have it in January. And then pray continually. Now, obviously, you're not going to be praying as you're speaking to people, but in other words, just hand this over to the Lord. You want to be praying before you go out and start engaging with people, but in between the people that you talk to, just, Lord, please help me, make me bold. Lord, be with me here. Lord, help me to just be patient. Lord, help me to be bold, whatever it might be. But continually pray. Guys, this is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited. Those of you who have put your names down already to join, and those that you haven't, don't be afraid. This is great fun. It's the start of something,